Hello everyone, WDHT Cares, and today we care about human trafficking. We have with us Joyce Dixson-Haskett, who is a clinical social worker and has her own practice called Day Lily Health in Royal Oak. Joyce is an educator, an advocate for those who have been human trafficked because she was also a victim of human trafficking. Joyce, thank you for being here. And thank you for being a voice for the voiceless and for the victims of human trafficking. You have done this for your entire career, your professional career, and you continue to do this. I know you're going to the Super Bowl, and tell us about that. And I don't think you're going to watch the game.
No, we're going down actually next week to try and help set up help centers for women who are going to be trafficked. I'll be with Teresa Flores, and we will be doing a soap project there. And, you know, the little bars of soap, we'll put them in all the hotels, wherever we can, strip joints, any place we think that someone will try and buy a woman with the human trafficking help hotline number inside the soap.
Inside the soap.
Yeah, so we know they're going to start boating or trucking these girls in a week before the Super Bowl. So we're just going to go out and do what we can.
So this is really something, it's one of the biggest human trafficking days, right?
Oh,
of
absolutely.
The year in terms of the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So do you see that individuals who are part of law enforcement out there looking at this, using their resources to make sure this is not happening? What's your experience with that?
I think that, yes, I think that they're better now because there's more awareness, but there's still not enough because it's a huge event. You're going to have a lot of men there, a lot of people with deep pockets, and these girls are going to be brought in, smuggled in some of these hotels. Underage girls will be brought in the back door.
So what are you going to look for? How do you know that these are the girls that you're there to help or rescue? How do you know? What are the signs to look for?
Yeah, one, we'll be looking for those girls who are accompanied by an older guy. We'll be looking for girls who are moving in groups. We'll be looking for girls with identifying signs like tattoos.
Tattoos on the necks.
Tattoos on the necks, barcodes. We'll be looking for girls who are in all designer wear.
Really?
In a place that may be inappropriate for that kind of dress. So, and you look for the girls who have help on their face. You know, there's something about a girl who's being trafficked. I don't care how well she's dressed or how good she looks on the outside. There is something in her face, in her eyes, that says, I don't want to do this. Help me.
So Joyce, real quick, what are the risks that you take being there to help these individuals and these young ladies? And what are the risks to them if they actually reach out for help?
That is difficult. And there are risks because those who are, of course, there to sell women for gain, they're not going to want us there. We don't know who's going to be watching us while we're watching them.
Do you have? Are you are you coordinating with the law enforcement community out there?
Yes,
Okay.
Teresa has all that taken care of.
Wonderful. And Teresa was also human trafficked herself.
Yes, Teresa was trafficked right out of Birmingham, Michigan. So actually, she's the reason I'm doing this. I heard her speak, and then I said, "Oh, is that what happened to me?" And so I've been doing it since then. The hospitals are on alert. I'm sure that ER people are on alert, and I'm hoping that people in the hospital or the ER are more responsive to those women than they were to me when I was out there.
I know that you had gone through the ER.
Yeah.
You were battered. You stayed 13 days, and then they released you to, I want to call him a pimp, whatever.
That's what he was.
Perpetrator, evil individual.
He was a pimp.
Crazy person, but they did release him you to him.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to those ER physicians, to those doctors, to those staff individuals, to the nurses that come in contact with these women? What would you say to them in regards to giving them tools onto how to help these individuals move forward and get out of the ranks of these pimps?
You know, sometimes the ER people stand in the middle between a woman's life when I left the hospital. They released me to him. I knew I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't. Either he was going to kill me or someone in the streets was going to kill me. I made a conscious choice to kill him. Went to prison on a natural life sentence. I did 17 years. 120 days for murder. But if someone in that hospital, you know, if someone had asked me twice, I didn't say anything the first time, but if someone had come back and asked me again, I would have told. And you know, I hate I'm crying. I said I wasn't going to do this because I do this all the time, but I feel so betrayed. And what I found out is that people don't ask you, because if they ask you, then that means they're responsible. And they don't want to. Either they don't know what to do, they don't have any support, or to justify not doing anything, they say things like, that's the life she chose. That's just par for the course.
And that's not true.
Yeah, and some people don't think you're worth saving. And that's the honest truth. You're just a whore. You're just a whore. I am not going to put myself at risk. One, I don't have time. I don't want to get involved. He may come after me. You know what? She's just not worth it, because she's just going to go right back out there and do the same thing again. That's the attitude.
But Joyce, you didn't. You went, you saved yourself. And even though you did go to prison, I can just see how many girls you protected and you saved by getting rid of this evil individual. So you did what a lot of girls can't do. You took it into your own hands and you saved yourself. And I remember you said something that was so touching when you said, when you spent the night in jail, it was the best sleep that you had ever gotten in so long. So that travesty and what you had to pay for it is a betrayal of the ultimate design. But you saved so many people in doing what you did. And you have to understand, and you have to realize, and you have to be able to process what a hero you are. And now you are an advocate for these individuals. You're educating people, and people need to step up. It's time that they step up. This is the second most horrific crime in our country and worldwide. And so people need to know, and people in the ER who come in contact with these individuals, law enforcement need to have the tools to be able to identify them. And you are the spokesperson. You are saving lives, you are saving human beings, you are saving futures, you are saving daughters. You are saving moms, you are saving people, and the price that you had paid was enormous. It was tragic, but out of that tragedy, you have become an advocate and a hero. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I think everybody in this world can thank you. And you are still doing miracles, and you will always be a miracle worker. So thank you for everything you do and everything you are. And I want a hug. I want a big hug. We love you, Joyce Dixon-Haskett.
Love you too. Thank you.
Social worker. She brings people in, talks to them about their future, helps people through the human trafficking issues, victims, and also the biggest thing here is she is avoiding individuals from being human trafficked. So this has been her life work. Thank you so much for joining us, WDHT Cares, and we hope that you would care about this particular issue. It is so important. So if you want to get involved, you want to talk to Joyce, this is her number. Please give her a call. And also, these are different organizations that you can get involved with regarding human trafficking. Thank you. Have a beautiful day and stay safe out there.